Okay. So let's have a quick recap what we have discussed in the last session. In the last session, we have just given introduction about the me, yourself, and the Azure. In today's session, we are going to learn about how we can create our Azure account. But before starting off this particular topic, any question anyone have, please raise your hand if anyone have any question. Look like no one has any question. So we'll start with the today's topic. Now to create your Azure account, you can use any email ID. You can use your Gmail, Yahoo, Outlook, any of your personal email ID you can use to create your account. Make sure you're not going to use your official email IDs to create your account. Always use your personal email ID. Why I'm saying don't use your official email ID, because if you're using official email ID and might be your company is already using a Microsoft server to create your official email IDs. So whenever you're creating, might be you will not get full access for practice purpose. There will be some restrictions from their side, and if they are not allowing you as per their policy, they can might be issue a warning letter also to you guys. So don't use your official email IDs. Use always your personal email IDs to create your account. And to create your account, here I have given that particular link. Let me share that particular link in the chat box. So I have shared that particular link in the chat box. So once you go to that particular link, you need to click on Start Free. Once you click on Start Free, you need to click on Create One. Once you click on Create One, you need to enter your email ID and click on Next. After that, you need to enter your password. It can be any password you can enter, minimum of 6 digits. Yeah. So, sorry. Yeah, you can enter any of the password, minimum of 6-digit password, you can enter it. Once you enter the password, click on Next. Once you click on Next, you will receive an OTP on your email to validate your email ID. So enter your email OTP, whichever you have received on your email, and then click on Next. Once you click on Next, it will ask for your personal details. Your first name, your middle name, your last name. Email ID system will automatically pick from the previous steps, which we have already done. Then you need to enter your phone number. You just need to only enter your mobile number. You don't need to enter the country code. So once you enter that your phone number, you need to check this checkbox and you need to validate your mobile number. To validate your mobile number, there are two options. One is by text message, other one is via call. So whichever you are going to choose, you will get an OTP there. That particular OTP you need to enter to validate your mobile number. Earlier we have validated our email ID. Now we are going to validate our mobile number here. So once you validate your mobile number, you need to enter your address. Here is an important point. Whenever you're going to enter your address, make sure that address is exact same as your bank account. Whatever is mentioned in your bank, make sure you're going to enter the same address here. So Enter your address in line 1, line 2, line 3, city, state, postal code. Postal code means pin code. Then check this checkbox and click on next. Once you click on next, you need to enter your card details. It can be Visa or MasterCard, card name, card number, expiry date, or CVV. In India, few people have RuPay card also. It does not support RuPay card. It only support Visa and MasterCard. And in India, by default, international transactions are disabled for your card. You need to enable those also to validate your card. And once you validate your card, they are going to deduct 2 rupees from your account to validate your card details. And those 2 rupees also you will get refund in 3 to 5 working days. Sometimes get refund in 1 or 2 days also, but as per their documentation, those things you will, the 2 rupees whichever they are going to deduct, you will get a refund in 3 to 5 working days. So this is how you can create your account for your practice purpose. Any question anyone have now? Please let me know. Let me log into my account. Let me enter the OTP. So this is how Azure account look like. So once you log into your account, here you have something called subscription. Once you click on subscription, you will get a subscription, and by default, the subscription which you are getting it, that particular subscription name is free trial. This it will write. Free trial. That will be your subscription. If you're getting free trial, it means you will get a credit of 15,800 rupees, or I can say you'll get a credit of 200 US dollars. So that particular credit, you are getting it for first 30 days. So till the time you have those credit, they are not going to charge you a single rupee for anything. After 30 days, we have already discussed in previous session also, you need to upgrade a subscription to pay as you go. Once you upgrade a subscription to pay as you go, if you are using free services, they are not going to charge you. If you are using a paid service, then they are going to charge you. And those particular details I have already shared in the last session and the first session. You will get the list of services, what are the coming under your free tier. So they are not going to charge you for those services after 30 days. So this is how you can create your account. Next is we are going to discuss about marketplace. What is marketplace here? Here, if you just search marketplace, here we are getting marketplace. Now, what is this marketplace? Marketplace is an option where you will get all the Azure services, whichever we have in Azure. Those also we are getting here. Or whatever the third-party companies has done tie-up with Azure, those also we are able to see here. If you just want to see Azure, here we have a checkbox. We can check. It will only show us Azure services. If you want to see all, whatever the Azure one are there or whatever the tie-ups they have done it, even those also we are able to see here. And even here we have a based on the category wise also. So we can see those particular services by category wise. Yeah. So marketplace is an option where we can see all the Azure service. I can say it's an online store. Now we need to go with the subscription. I have already told you where you can see the subscription. If you are under free tier or if you are not under free tier, where you can see your subscription. I can go to my subscription. My subscription. Here is it. Pay as you go. My current subscription is pay as you go. So here you can also see that your subscription. Don't worry about subscription name. Subscription name can be any name. If we have an option, we can rename. Even I can give my name to this particular subscription also. This is actual offer is a main important point. Now, this is important diagram. Right now, we are going to discuss about this particular one, not the above part of the diagram. Below subscription part, we are going to discuss right now. Above part, we will discuss when we'll come to an Active Directory service. We have an Active Directory service. Once we'll come to that particular service, then we are going to discuss about the above part. Now, below subscription, we are going to discuss it. What is this? The first thing which we are able to see here? This is called as resource group. Whatever the resources, whichever we are going to create in Azure, it is mandatory to create under resource group. Without resource group, it is impossible to create our resources. There is no option to create virtual machine, database, virtual network, whatever the services we have to create without resource group. Now, what is the definition of resource group? Resource group, I can say, is like a container, or you can also call it a folder. Under that folder, where we can put our all resources, that is called as resource group. So resource group is a container where we are going to put all our resources. It can be a virtual machine, it can be database, it can be any other services, whichever is required under Azure. So we are going to create under resource group. And here we have a types of subscriptions: free trial, pay as you go, and support subscription. Free trial you are getting whenever you create your account first time, you get free trial. After that, 30 days you need to pay as update as pay as you go. Support subscription is that companies can pay some amount, advance amount, or they can buy different type of subscription, so they can get some discount from Azure side. And even in that case, they are getting some support from also their side, from Azure side. So that is also called as support subscription. I have a pay as you go subscription. So you guys will also get the pay as you go subscription. Let me go again. Here we have an add option. If you want, I can add more subscription also. Here does it say developer support. So here we have different type of subscriptions here. So we just need to check our eligibility. If you're eligible, we can get these subscription also. Now we are going to learn about our first Azure service called as virtual machine. Anyone can tell me what is virtual machine? Okay, look like no one is aware of that. No issues. Virtual machine is like, I can say, is like a computer. It's like a server. Like I have this particular computer. I want to create a same computer in Azure servers. Whenever we are going to create a same computer in Azure servers, and we can access that particular computer also from our laptop, that is called as virtual machine. So we are going to create that particular server in Azure server, and that particular server we are using from some different location. And why we are creating that particular server? It can be for multiple reasons. To build any application, to run any application, can be for different reasons. Client can create that particular servers, and we can access those servers from any part of the world. It can be, might be used for web applications also. Web application means websites. I can run my websites. So it can be any reason we can create a virtual machine. That particular virtual machine we can access from any part of the world. Which operating system supported by the Azure? Here we have. Here are the list of operating system supported by the Azure. Ubuntu, Windows, Red Hat, CentOS, Debian, Oracle, Linux. First of all, to create our virtual machine, we need to log into our Azure account, which I have already done. Go to virtual machine. I'm not able to see here virtual machine. So what we can do is we can search here. Virtual machine. You can go to marketplace. From there also you can search, or directly also you can search my virtual machine. Here. Yes, Murli, you have raised your hand.
Yeah. What is the difference between the on-premises virtual machine and the cloud virtual machines?
On-premises means that you have that virtual machine in your own servers.
Okay.
On cloud means that you have in that any of the third-party service provider virtual machine. Both are virtual machine. There is no difference into that. The only thing is that you have in your own on your servers. There you are going to create in Azure servers. That's the only thing.
Okay.
Both are
So
virtual machines.
there is no difference.
Configuration is
there is no difference
no.
with respect to Azure and on-premises. Everything is virtual machine,
No.
same. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, the only thing is configuration might be different.
Yeah.
Here
Yes,
you have
yes.
different configuration. In your own premise, you have a different configure. Your server
Yes.
might be fast or slow. That is
Yes.
totally depend on your servers.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the only difference.
Thank you.
Virtual machine is virtual machine. There is no
Yes, sir.
definition about change in it's an on-premises virtual machine or in the cloud virtual machine. Okay?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, Chetan.
Hello, Ankit. So actually, I just wanted to understand, like nowadays, like I'm currently working as Azure administrator with Microsoft, but mostly people come and say that they would like to go with serverless computing. So how does it work exactly?
It doesn't mean that in serverless computing, no servers are going to be created. In backend, there are servers. But the only thing
Correct.
is we guys are not going to create any servers. We are not going to create any virtual machines for them. It doesn't mean that in
Oh,
backend, there is no servers. Serverless computing
right.
is the front end. Don't have any server. Here in Azure console, they are not able to see any servers creating. But definitely in backend, some servers are going on. Without running of the
Correct.
servers in the backend, you can't run anything.
Correct.
That's the definition of serverless computing.
Okay, Ankit. Thank you.
So to create virtual machine, click on create Azure virtual machine. Now, to create virtual machine, there are mandatory things. There are few things which are not mandatory. Right now, we are only going to discuss about those things which are mandatory. And how we get information this is mandatory? Wherever star is mentioned. Even few other things right now I'm not going to cover. Wherever star is mentioned, it like this availability zone. These things we will cover in our upcoming session. Right now we are focused about only the few things because it's not possible to teach me each and every single thing in one single session. It is not possible for you to guys learn each and every single thing in one single session. So right now we just focus on only on the few things. The first thing to create our virtual machine is required is subscription. And that by default system has already selected. Second thing is resource group. Without resource group, can I create a virtual machine? No. It is impossible to create a virtual machine without a resource group. Resource group is a container that holds related resources for an Azure solution. So under our resource group, we are going to create all the resources whichever we require. Resources can only exist in resource group. Without resource group, you can't create virtual machine. Once our resource group is ready, you can't rename. Group can have resources of many different types. It means under a resource group, we can create virtual machine also, we can create a virtual network also, we can create database also, we can create any storage service also under a single resource group. We can get different type of services. Group can have resources from many different region also. Like virtual machine, I'm going to create in another region. Database, I'm going to create in another region. Can I put all those things in one single resource group? Yes, it is also possible. So to create a resource group, there are two ways. The first way is I can click on create new, give the name and click on OK. This is one option. Second option is I can directly go to resource group. Search resource group. Here I'm going. Click on create. Subscription. Name. Region. In which region I want to create a resource group. By default, it is taking East US. I'll go with the East US. Click on review plus create. Click on create. So here is our resource group name. Here is our subscription name and in which location we have created. Here we are. Now again go to virtual machine. Here I am able to see a resource group. Give the name of our virtual machine. Region. In which region I want to create a virtual machine? East US. Now we need to select operating system. Okay, I have a question here. Whenever we purchase a computer or any person is going to purchase a computer, what are the very basic things every person is going to check whenever he or she is going to buy a computer? Please confirm in the chat box. What are the very basic things everyone is checking whenever a person is purchasing a computer? Correct. CPU, RAM, operating system, and hard disk. These are the four things every person is going to check. These are the four very basic things. So same way, whenever we want to create a virtual machine, these are the four things we also need to be enter. So the first thing what we are going to do here is we are going to go with the operating system. Which operating system we need to use to create a virtual machine? Here I'm getting. Now, I'm using a word operating system, but in Azure, it is not called as operating system. In Azure, it is called as image. So here I'm able to see some recently used. Few are the one I'm able to see here. And here we have see all images. I'm going with Windows Server 2019. Here I've selected. So I'm using which image right now? Windows. Scroll down. Next thing is I need to select CPU and RAM. How much CPU I need? I just need one CPU and 1 GB of RAM. I know that this is not sufficient, but just for practice purpose, I just need only this much of CPU and RAM. Now, here to select that particular CPU and RAM, we need to select size. We need to select size. And here is the name of the size, which by default system is giving to us. Standard underscore B1S. So the name of the size which by default system is giving. And even with this, if you see here on right hand side, it's clearly mentioned free services eligible. Because B1S type is coming under our free tier eligible. If you need more, we have more also. You can see here 1 CPU, 3.5 GB of RAM, 4 CPU, 16 GB of RAM, 2 CPU, 16 GB of RAM. We can go to all sizes here. But no one is coming under our free tier except one with the name B1S. Even in last session, the link which I have shared with you where you can see that services details, there also I have shown you that we are mentioned as B1S. So how much CPU and RAM we are going to select? 1 CPU, 1 GB of RAM, because it is coming under our free tier eligible. And whenever we are going to select B1S type, with this, we got some 4 GB of the hard disk storage by default. This is additional one. This is not the one which actually we are going to select. No, this is additional one they are giving to us. Here they have mentioned it. If you are going to select any other type, how much storage you are getting from their side. So 4 GB of the storage, we are getting it from their side whenever we are selecting B1S. Now, here we need to enter our username and password. I'm giving username as Azure user, password. I'm not going to show you. And whenever we are entering the password, you need to follow these rules. Means out of 3, you need to give 3, 1 lower, 1 upper, 1 number, 1 special character. And your password must be 12 to 123 characters long. So we are able to enter our username and password. Scroll down. Here we are getting inbound port rule. Now, what is this inbound port rule? Whenever we want to create our virtual machine, after that, what we need to do after creation? We need to connect to that machine also, because without connecting, that particular machine is not in use for us. And whenever we want to connect any Windows virtual machine, it is mandatory to enable a port number called RDP. Without that particular RDP port number, it is impossible to connect to the Windows machine. And anyone knows the port number for RDP? Please, if anyone knows, please confirm in the chat box. The correct answer is 3389. This is the correct answer. So those have sent me other than 3389, that is incorrect. Even if I scroll down, see here. By default, Azure has enabled the port number RDP 3389. By default, they have enabled. How they have enabled by default? Because we have selected the image. We have selected Windows image. Based on that, by default, they have enabled that particular port number. Yeah. No need to do anything here. Let's just a quick recap. So we have selected subscription, the source group, we have given the name, we have selected the region, then we have selected the image, then we have selected the size, we have given username, password, and then we have enabled the RDP port. So we are able to select all the details. Now click on next. When I click on next, we have a disk here. So here we are getting by default disk size is 127 GB. So 127 GB we are getting. If you want to increase, you can get that also, but 127 GB is coming under your free tier. More than 127 GB, if you are going to allocate to your Windows machine, they are going to charge you for that. Then here we have some more tabs: networking, management, monitoring, advanced tags. We will discuss about this later. So what I'm going to do is directly I'm going to click on review plus create. Now, when I click on review plus create, they are going to validate our record. And here it is showing us validation failed. Required information is missing or invalid. And it is on the basic tab. Let's just check. It's showing region. No issue. Sometime happens. Look, let me again click on review plus create. Now validation passed. Now click on create. Done. So we are able to create our Windows virtual machine. It takes some time to create. Till the time it is creating, any question anyone have, please let me know. Yes, Ramesh.
We selected the free one. It's showing the price around 800 plus.
Those are
What
the
is
charges they
the
are going to charge after free tier.
means from the
If
next
you are
month
not under
onwards?
free tier, if you are not under free tier, then those will be the charges. If you are under free tier, then there is no charges.
Okay.
Not from the next month. When your free tier is going to be finished, then those are the charges they are going to charge you. Okay. Yes, Prem.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, Prem.
Sir, once we're done with the 30 days free trial, can we create another account and we reuse the account?
Why you want to create a new account after 30 days, may I know?
To get another free trial.
You have again after that also for next 12 months, you have free trial. For first 30
Okay.
days, you have a quota of 15,800 rupees.
Okay.
After that, you have a 12 months free tier quota, which is for virtual machine 750 hours per month you are getting. For Windows 750 hours for Linux you are getting it.
Okay. So another thing, actually, I have taken recorded lectures. Is there any possible to do that? Will I join a
Please
live
contact,
session?
please drop an email to support team.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone have any more question? Yes, please.
How many virtual machines can we have in the same resource group?
There is no limit for that one. You can have multiple number of virtual machines. You can create multiple number of virtual. There is no limit for that.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Yes, Ramesh.
So I don't understand that 1 month free and 12 months also free, and little
For
confusion.
first 30 days, you have a 15,800 rupees credit. It is understandable.
Yes.
Is it understandable that for first 30 days, you have 15,800 credit?
Okay, sir.
Is it understandable, or in this one you have any question?
No, sir.
For first
Understand.
30 days. That you
Yes.
have a credit, it means for first 30 days, under this credit, whatever you are going to use, they are not going to charge you. Okay, may I know you are from which country, Ramesh?
India, sir.
Okay, so then you will get a 15,800 credit. Because some are
Okay.
from outside of India, they are getting 200 US dollar credit. That's what
USD.
I'm asking. Okay, now,
Okay.
after 30 days, what will happen? Let's say, example, you didn't use this free tier, this 15,800 rupees. Can you carry forward? No. This is only for 30 days. If you're not going to use, next day, they are going to delete from your account. Okay, Ramesh, till now, is it clear?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
After 30 days, what you need to do? After 30 days, you need to upgrade your subscription to pay as you go. Once you upgrade your subscription to pay as you go for next 12 months, whatever the services are coming under free tier eligible, they are not going to charge you for that.
Okay.
Or whatever services are coming under free tier, they are not going to charge for that. Or those services are not coming under free tier, they are going to charge you for that. Okay, and it doesn't mean
Okay.
that under whatever service are coming under free tier, those are unlimited free. No. For that one, there's a limited quota they have given it. Like if I talk about for virtual machine, for 750 hours per month, they have given it. Means you can use virtual machine for 750 hours per month. 750 hours for Windows, 750 hours for Linux. And how you get information that is this coming under free tier or not, that particular information I have shared on the day one session. I have shared one link with you guys. So those particular links still in the PDF number 1, page number 6. In that one link is given there where you have all the information which service is coming under your 12 months free quota. For first 30 days, everything is free because you have that credit. After 30 days, you need to be careful using it, that particular services. And that's what we have in the virtual machine. They have mentioned the type B1S. So you need to use B1S type after 30 days. Make sure. Even under first 30 days also you're going to use, it doesn't make any difference. After 30 days, it is mandatory to be used for you. Okay, otherwise you will get a bill if you're using other than B1S. Okay.
Okay, so means after 30 days we need to upgrade ourselves, or automatically it will be
No, you
upgraded?
need to manually update. It's not, system is not going to do automatically.
Okay.
How to do it? I'll share some the information with you if you are going to join the course, and if whenever you want to upgrade a subscription, you can email me. I'll share the details how to do that.
30 days, if you used around 5,000 INR, it will not be counted later.
Under 15,800, you can use anything.
That will not be counted after the subscription.
It's not going to count anywhere because you have that credit.
Okay.
Under the credit, whichever you are going to use, they are not going to charge you anything.
Means after 30 days, 12 months is free, no, sir?
Yes.
If you use in free 15,800, around 10,000 INR, they will not be charged that one in 12 months. That is entirely different,
This
and
is
this is
30
entirely
days.
different.
After 30 days, this thing is over. This thing is
Okay.
over after 30 days. Don't think about after 30 days about this thing. That particular credit is
Okay.
only for 30 days. That's what I told you earlier. This is not going to be carry forward.
Okay.
So after 30 days, this is finish. So after 30 days, this is the thing you need to use it. So
Got
12
it, sir.
months free
Thank you.
tier services. Okay. For first 30
Okay,
days,
sir.
everything is free. But after 30 days, not everything is not free. You need to be careful using those free services only. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Anyone have any more question? Okay. So we are able to create a virtual machine. Let's again come to our virtual machine. Click on the name of the virtual machine. Now I need to connect to this virtual machine. To connect to this virtual machine, I need to note down the public IP address. And I need username and the password which we have given. Now to connect to this virtual machine, in our Windows machine, by default, we have remote desktop connection. Here we have remote desktop connection. So in this one, enter the public IP. Then click on show option. In Windows machine, by default, you have remote desktop connection. You don't need to install anything. Just if you search here RE, here you are getting remote desktop connection. It's by default there in every Windows machine. It's not there in the Linux or Mac. There you need to download from Google. You can download it. Username. Enter. Click on connect. Click on connect. Enter our password. Okay. Yes. Fine. Then we are able to connect to our Windows virtual machine. Let me come to my virtual machine. Here is it. Here on the left hand side, we can see the disk option. 127 GB. Here we have a size which we have selected B1S. Even other also we are able to see the size. Overview. Here also I can see the size which we have selected. The region which we have used. What is its status? In which resource group we have created. We are able to see here. Let's go to our resource group also. Group 239. There is one more resource group. System is by default creating with the name Network Watcher RG. Regarding that, we will discuss in upcoming sessions. So click on our resource group and you can see here, there are total 6 resources are there. Because just to create a virtual machine, there are some more resources systems by default creating. Here I'm able to see public IP, NSG, virtual network, network interface, disk. So all those 6 resources we are able to see in our resource group. That's what I've told you earlier. Resource group is like a container where all our resources are going to put under the resource group. So here we are able to see all the 6 resources. And we are able to connect. Okay. Any question? Anyone have? Yes, Ramesh.
The for creation, we can change our zone. Is it possible?
Region?
Yes. Right now it's in the US East.
We have some option we'll discuss in upcoming session.
So, okay.
Okay. Okay. Anyone have any more question? Okay, no questions. Let's move forward. Now I have created this virtual machine. I don't need this virtual machine anymore. So what should I do with this virtual machine? One thing is I can shut down this machine and I can start this machine in the next session whenever I need it. Shutdown means stop. That's one option. But I don't need to stop this machine right now. Whenever I need Windows virtual machine again, I can create again. Is it possible I can create again? Yes, it is possible. I can create this virtual machine again. So what should I can do it? I can delete this machine. Delete means I'm going to terminate this machine. So if I terminate this machine, whatever we have stored in this virtual machine, everything is going to be deleted. It is only possible we can recover it if you have a backup. If you don't have a backup, then it is impossible to recover. I don't need this machine, so I can delete this machine. How can I delete? Here I have option of delete. Click on delete. Check this checkbox and click on delete. But when I click on delete, this machine is going to be deleted. But when we have created this virtual machine, with this virtual machine, there are few more resources system is creating it. Those we are able to see in resource group. I need to delete these also. One option is I can go one by one to that particular resource, then I can delete. That is one option. Second option is I can delete this resource group. Here I have a delete resource group option. If I delete this resource group, under the resource group, whatever the resources you have 6 resources or 100 resources. All the resources are going to delete by the system. So whenever you're doing practice, you don't need to delete that particular group. And under the resource group, whichever the resources you are going to create, system is going to delete all the resources. And it's completely up to you. If you don't want to delete, you can keep those resources. Definitely, if the machine is in the running state, they are going to count those 750 hours. If you're under 12 months, if you're under first 30 days, they are deducting some amount from that particular credit which you get for 15,800. So my recommendation is once you complete your practice, delete these things. So enter resource, delete, click on delete resource group, enter the resource group name, delete. And delete other resource group which system is automatically creating it. Delete resource group name, enter the resource group name, delete, delete. System will take some time to delete this resource group, and till that time you are not getting the delete notification here, don't close your browser. Those are new, these are doing mistake. They just click on delete and close the browser, or might be shut down their laptop. What happen is get stopped there on the spot. So till that time you are not getting the delete notification, don't close your browsers. So this is how you can delete your resources after your practice. Any question anyone have, please let me know. Yes, please.
You said something, but I didn't really get it clearly. I want to ask, like, just by having a virtual machine, even if it's not running, am I still going to be charged on that?
If it's in the stopped status, they are not going to charge you anything for that, but they can charge you for other resources. Not
Oh,
for virtual machine. For other resources, they can charge you. You have a disk, you have IP address, you
yeah.
have virtual network. For those, they can charge you.
Oh, okay. So just by having a virtual machine, because the virtual machine comes with so many other components in it, you might not be charged for the virtual machine, but you can be charged for the other components.
If they are in the stopped status. So if you, that's why I'm telling you, delete it once you complete your practice.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Thank you. Understood.
Anyone have any more question? Yes, yes.
What would be the easiest way to connect to virtual machine?
I have shown you right now the easiest way.
Yeah, that RDP. Of course, we will be using the remote desktop application, but there is also service. There is also a service called Bastion service, right, in Azure.
Yes. Do you know what is the use of Bastion?
No, actually, that's the reason I asked you that question.
We'll learn that in upcoming session.
Cool. Thank you.
That is normally we are not using it because Bastion is not a free service. Bastion is a paid service.
Right.
You normally just for this public machine you can't use it Bastion.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a paid service.
It will be covered,
So
but right in the topic.
here is it. PPT number 57.
Okay. Thank you.
Bastion host. Okay. To learn Bastion host, you need to first understand the virtual network service.
Correct.
That's why it is covering after that.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. So in today's session, we have learned about how we can create our Azure account and how we can create a Windows virtual machine. In tomorrow's session, we are going to learn about how we can create a Linux virtual machine. Ramesh, you can unmute yourself. Yes, Ramesh.
Sir, the previous session also taken by you only, sir. This is the
Complete batch
70.
is going to taken by me. Complete batch is going to taken by me.
Means, can I purchase the previous video sessions? Even by continuing this also. So, is it possible, sir?
No,
Can I discuss with the admin team regarding that?
you can contact the admin team for that one. They'll guide you for those things.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay. So with this, I'm going to end the session here. In tomorrow's session, we're going to continue with the how to create a Linux machine. Thank you all. Thank you for joining today's session. See you tomorrow. Have a nice day. Thank you.